fucking need in my life.
This guy, he looks beautiful. I want everyone to know Rob and Marcus hates wrestling, but Rob does not hate Marcus. Marcus is a beautiful human being. You've had a rough week. You got burgled.
I did.
They smashed your.
Into.
Oh my god!
Smashed my window.
They should have known you have nothing in the car of value.
There's nothing in there worth stealing.
No.
But now I have to come up with $250 for a fucking deposit.
So this man has.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Do you still have your Make America Skate Again hat?
No, I've sold out of those 2 years ago.
All right, you never know.
Yeah.
But if you go to his Patreon page, do you have it?
Yeah, I got a Patreon page. It's like
Marcus Dietz.
Yeah, it's just
Marcus Dietz. Look up Marcus Dietz Patreon.
Anyway, we didn't
float him a few dollars.
Real introduction here. Let's try a real.
All right, but I wanted to start off first thing like, hey, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way.
This week sucked, but we're gonna try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Markus Dietz. This is the Rob and Marcus Hate Wrestling podcast, and I couldn't have done this podcast without my good friend Rob. Rob, you smell like beef and cheese. How are you?
No, I smell like beef and cheese because I just had a hamburger helper.
Oh, okay. What kind?
I don't know. It was just like a vague one. It was like I think lasagna, but it tasted like nothing.
Three cheese or whatever. There's a 3 cheese one. That's pretty good. I'm poor. I grew up poor.
Taking my glasses off because my fucking glasses are making my eyes invisible.
Okay. Well, have fun with that. Yeah, I mean this week kind of sucked. We can go back to talking about that.
Well, briefly.
My car got broken into. It is what it is. Shit happens when you live in the hood.
The hood.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many homeless people where I live because they're kind of like pushing them off Las Vegas Boulevard in Fremont, and they're just like going south. They're just like moving slightly south, and they're just like, it's like you gotta like step over people sometimes, and it's just, it's a lot. So yeah, I'm a communist. Don't tell too many people. So I think we should help the homeless people instead of just like telling them to move and leave. There should be more resources for homeless people. If there were more resources for homeless people, my car probably wouldn't have been broken into.
So we're not getting too lost in the sauce on something about 3 years ago or about 4 years ago before the pandemic. A bunch of people pulled together money and made a village for the homeless in Vegas. It cost $160,000, and Nevada Department of Transportation bulldozed it.
Are you serious?
Yes, you can research it.
Where was it?
It's like 4 years ago. It was near. I want to say it was just going north of. Somewhere in between like Fremont and Nellis area where there was some open land. Okay. They built a lot of small, like a little shanty town, but they bulldozed and they had people coming out giving wellness checks, providing medicine, Narcan, all this stuff.
They were making progress.
Right, and they were taking the people off the street, and NDOT bulldozed it, and then a year later, Carolyn Goodman said you can't sleep on the streets. Well, they made a city for you, and so anyways.
Well, here's the thing, real quick. I'm going to say real quick.
Last on this.
Yeah. On Fremont Street, there's a shit ton of rundown hotels that they're not doing anything with, and they've just been.
There's one that's being used for that purpose.
They should just, suck it up.
There's one being used for that, man.
Help some homeless people out. My car window probably wouldn't have been broken into. It is what it is. Life sucks. Then you die. Wrestling. What do we want to talk about wrestling?
Well, we're gonna be. Let's get back into the wrestling because we scared people off with her.
Scared. We had
3 and we scared you off with that.
They'll be back.
They'll be back, but we have a lot of big fucking matches this weekend.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on. AEW is in town. They're doing AEW Dynamite,
and we're gonna be there. So if you actually want to get a chance to meet us or tell us we're freaking liberals or whatever the hell you want to say, you get to tell us
in person
because
we will be at
the T-Mobile Arena for Double or Nothing. This is going to be fucking incredible.
Can't wait. It's going to be exciting. When is this? Sunday.
I
am excited.
And by the way,
tonight they're at where are they? MGM. So
the MGM's a smaller venue.
They're doing Dynamite right now as we speak. Dynamite is happening right now in Las Vegas.
Yes.
There's a lot of wrestling going on this weekend.
We're going to try to get back to doing on Tuesday. That's the whole, because tonight's Dynamite, and we're kind of buttoning up.
Yeah, we're really not trying to do this podcast during Dynamite. It
just worked out that way.
Screws us over sometimes when it comes to particular viewers.
But it's also kind of funny because then somebody could like kind of burst our bubble.
Yeah,
so I do like the
like,
dynamic.
Oh my God,
of that.
this just happened at Dynamite. Like,
okay, we didn't, but we've got two. I guess we'll go right into it. We've got two big matches that are just the most important thing in wrestling right now. One of them is the Four Pillars match. The Four Pillars.
Darby too far out of this.
Yeah, there we go. The Four Pillars of Wrestling, which is the AEW thing that we've been talking about. The Four Pillars of Wrestling, which is MJF. We've got Jungle Boy Jack Perry. We've got maybe he's part of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Well, if he's wearing that jacket.
That's an old picture.
Oh, okay.
That's an old picture from, I think, when he was in the Inner Circle. Okay. But Sammy Guevara. And then, of course, you've got Darby Allin. Now, I argued with Marcus about this a while ago that I forgot.
We argued about the whole pillars.
Well, no. Only that one of those four guys weren't mentioned. I think it was Jack Perry that wasn't in there. And it was Britt Baker who came up with that and coined that term, Four Pillars. Okay. But it's a men's match. It is what it is. It makes sense.
It's a gimmick.
Prediction, I would say that MJF runs away with it, and we're going to see somebody come into his corner and help him.
Really?
I think there's going to be a run-in. I don't see it.
Who's helping MJF?
You know what? It's not going to be Wardlow. He's too much of a baby face right now. It would have to be somebody new. That's all I can think of. Because MJF can't be alone for too long.
Sure.
He needs somebody to bounce off of. He needs a stooge.
He could hire me anytime. I need a job. MJF, this is a shout out. MJF, if you need a stooge, I know how to bump. I can talk on the microphone.
I cannot bump.
I know a few things. If you need me, MJF,
I cannot. Look at it. I see. I can't even. I cut myself off.
MJF, I'll be your guy. If you need somebody, I will happily bump for you. I think MJF is going to steal it somehow.
Yes.
I don't know how he's going to do it.
Hey, welcome back, XRP.
Hey, buddy. How are you? Listen, I think MJF is going to steal it. I think he's going to steal it in a dirty rat bastard kind of way.
Oh, of course.
I don't think he needs any help right now doing that. I think he's just going to,
of course,
mind game some people. And
but
I want to, let's do an alliance and then turn his back.
I'm going to go dig deeper into this.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is going to happen is MJF, yes, he's going to steal it. Let's predict the other three. I think we're going to see the best spots are going to come from Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara because those two are the most skilled in the ring.
Yes.
I think Jack Perry is just filler. Unfortunately, Jack Perry as a wrestler doesn't excite me. He's more of the story. He's always the underdog, and he's got a look as Jungle Boy.
The guy can talk on the mic.
He's got good skills. The best on the mic is MJF, obviously. Sammy Guevara is not that great on the mic, and Darby Allin is awful on the mic.
Awful.
But Darby Allin is
asleep watching Darby Allin talk.
He's just angry. And
I don't, it's not 1980 anymore. We
yes.
don't have to do a bunch of cocaine and just yell at everything. And
you don't understand the desire that I have. I have to be the best. I have to be the.
Not everybody has to want to be the best. You know what I mean? Not everybody has to want to be the best. Just be up. What happened to the guy who just wanted to be there and was just happy to be there?
Well, Sammy Guevara. The only thing about him is he's the only guy. You know what Sammy Guevara is like? He's like water. It takes a long time for water to heat up and cool down. Sammy Guevara can be a baby face, and he could be an effective baby face. He's proven this when he fought against Cody for the TNT belt.
Yeah, that was a good match.
But
only spoil if CM Punk shows up, please. Thank you.
But Sammy Guevara, he takes too long to become a face.
Well, he doesn't turn very easily.
Yeah, he just shows up one day and
he's a very good
Jericho
sidekick.
close.
He's a very good sidekick. He's a very good, second. As guys in the business call it a second. He's very good at being a number two. He's a sidekick. He's a Robin. He's a Robin. He needs a Batman. He needs a Batman.
Now,
he needs a Superman.
Now, here's the other thing. If you wanted to make this an absolute clusterfuck,
sure.
you could have everyone's side guys in there. So you could have Sting in the corner. You could have JAS in the corner. Maybe,
do with the hat.
Jake, yeah, you could have Jake,
whatever.
or you could have who's the other one who's about the same size as him? Daniel Garcia. You could have Daniel. I think Daniel Garcia would make more sense.
Who's there for Jungle Boy though?
Marco Stunt.
There we go. Marco Stunt.
Bring Marco Stunt back.
There we go. What if we have a Marco Stunt return? It's a big ordeal. Oh my God, Marco.
But then he screws over Jungle Boy.
Screws over Jungle Boy.
He low
and
blows
him. MJF.
He just headbutts him in the nuts.
And everybody just pisses all over Jungle Boy because that's what tends to happen. Luchasaurus did it.
Yeah.
Christian did it.
Yeah, but then Christian put him over in the promo.
Yeah, well, of course, that's what a legend does.
Christian put him over and goes, yeah, he's still the toughest guy that I've ever dealt with.
Legends
he's blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It's gonna be MJF now.
Well, of course, I think we all agree that MJF is walking away with this one
because here's the thing: at the end of the day, none of those guys
are ready.
They're not ready. They're not gonna hold the night. If you put them up against somebody else, they're not gonna
put asses in seats. Let's be real.
I mean,
none of those guys
MJF
headline a show. None of those other three are going to headline a show, and we're going to get excited about it.
But here's the other thing: MJF, he held his own against Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I'm not talking about MJF.
No, but I'm saying MJF can hold his own and fight a believable match against a legend. Those three guys are not going to have a match with Bryan Danielson.
No, Bryan Danielson. What's his name in AEW?
Bryan Danielson. Okay. They just go by his regular name.
Bryan Danielson would have to carry all three of those other guys.
Yes. Now, when he fought Daniel Garcia, he let Daniel Garcia win. He put him over. Daniel Garcia proved to be a very good technical wrestler.
Yeah.
When I saw him for the first time come out with just the high socks and the boots, I thought this guy's got no ring gear. He's got no attire. He's got no gimmick. Yeah. I didn't like him. But when he fought Bryan,
it was John Moxley 0.0, 0.2 or whatever.
Yeah, he's great. But no, he's more technical than Moxley.
I mean, with the gear.
Yeah.
Moxley looks like he's walking through...
Brian the Catman. Okay, welcome.
He thinks he's walking through a Walmart. You know what I mean? Moxley went to Home Depot to pick up some supplies and then showed up to the arena to fight somebody. You know,
I love it.
That's Moxley's thing.
So let's shift gears to WWE. There's only one match this weekend at Night of Champions on Saturday in Saudi Arabia that I care about.
They're in Saudi Arabia this weekend.
Yes, on Saturday night. And we've got Night of Champions, and it's going to be for the WWE World Heavyweight belt to where we will now crown a disputed champion.
Okay.
And it's going to be Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles.
Just take a look at that picture for a moment and just...
When I first saw the picture, my immediate thought was, oh, the belt's on Seth Rollins in the picture. Then I had to pan over to the right and realize, oh, they superimposed it on both guys.
Mom Hair's got the title too.
Mom Hair. Yeah, he's had that for too long.
Yeah, listen,
looks like he uses Pantene.
Listen, I respect both gentlemen. I think they're both very talented wrestlers. I think they both earned the title shots. I think they're they're entertaining guys. They're big parts of what's keeping the WWE machine going, but
may I interrupt?
Sure, absolutely.
Seth more than AJ Styles.
Absolutely.
Because AJ Styles is on the back burner many times.
Yes. And I think Seth should win this match. It makes more sense to me that Seth would win this match.
I don't want to call AJ a jobber.
Sure.
When you're at that level, you're a workhorse.
Yeah.
But they've been using him.
If the workhorse of workhorses is obviously Seth. And if you're gonna put on a title on somebody who's gonna bring it every show, you gotta give it to Seth. So
you know what the other thing is, and I'm gonna go and don't take this the wrong way. Here's my mindset on the Intercontinental match for Gunther's Intercontinental belt. They picked Ali.
Okay.
And why am I not thinking of his full name right now?
Mustafa
Ali. Okay, Mustafa Ali.
Is he going by that name?
Mustafa Ali. Yeah.
Or Ali. Or
All right. And then you've got Seth Rollins.
Sure.
This is just me really, really nitpicking, and just conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Are they going with people in these title matches that look more Middle Eastern? Mustafa Ali, obviously, with that name.
Sure.
Are they trying to pander and cater to that Saudi Arabian audience?
Well, when there's that much money involved, and there's let's
billions.
Say it how it is. Let's be as real as we possibly can be. There's a lot of money involved in this particular situation.
They have to.
So I feel like they kind of have to please people that are, paying absurd amounts of money to have events.
Here's the thing now I want to say about this. Seth Rollins got 3 interviews.
Real quick.
Plus, yes, my apologies.
In the rest of the world, America is kind of the bad guy. To a lot of people, America is.
To some, yeah.
We're not on everybody's.
I think that's a 50-50
party guest list. You know what I mean? So it's I think it's not so much pandering as smart business.
Yeah.
Letting the more.
But let's point out the obvious. Let's point out the XRP's got something in the. But Seth Rollins got a 3-interview. He got a 3-part interview with Corey Graves.
Okay.
Whereas the other got the Grayson Waller effect.
Okay.
I don't even want to get into I was only getting into the fact that it looked like they were, because Mustafa Ali is comic relief. That's why I brought this up.
Sure.
Mustafa Ali is kind of comic relief.
No way in chance in hell Gunther's.
No, Gunther's got 2 other guys. Mustafa Ali would have to somehow get past Gunther and then beat up the other 2 members of Imperium and then get back to pinning Gunther 1, 2, 3. Ain't gonna happen. But
it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna, and nobody's going to. Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, let me tell you, we could go into that conversation, but this is a wrestling show. The only reason I brought this up at all is because it's in Saudi Arabia and they're picking guys. Even when I look at this picture of Seth Rollins, he looks Arabic in this picture. His real name is his last name is Spanish, but
you almost did.
I almost did it, but I don't know what his background is.
He's not Caucasian.
He's not. Yeah, he's a Spanish guy, but sure. He's one of those probably like mom spoke Spanish, but he doesn't.
Sure.
But he's and by the way, they say when where he's from Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. They say that when he comes to the ring. He's a Midwestern guy. But they've done so much for him, but for AJ Styles, they gave him the Grayson Waller experience bullshit, and then they cut a promo from him. That's it. So the only thing that could happen now is that WWE did all of that pro Seth Rollins stuff to throw a swerve at everybody.
Sure,
which
they've known to do it.
Now, if we go with Seth Rollins, the obvious is true. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
Everyone will be singing and chanting when he comes in.
Yes.
Every match
will have an amazing outfit.
Boom! Every match will be amazing outfits and intros and the whole thing, and the production work will be amazing.
Yeah.
If you do AJ Styles, it won't be bad either, because then you get the original club, the OC, and then you'll have Luke Gallows.
Yeah, but where does it go?
And Anderson. Well, see, that's the problem.
Let's talk long term.
There is no. All right,
AJ becomes first champ of the brand new title that's supposed to take over. I read something that it's supposed to take over the history of the heavyweight. They're treating it like the old school WCW heavyweight.
Right. Well, that's why it looks like that belt.
They're kind of doing the whole. This guy was the last.
Well, Dolph Ziggler was one of the last, if I'm not mistaken, and also Jake.
The history will continue.
Jack Swagger was.
Match.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about this.
Just say AJ Styles. Let's do devil's advocate here. AJ Styles wins the championship.
What do you do with him?
Where does it go?
See, I don't know, because I don't know who he faces. I don't know, because anyone's going to just show up and go, "That's my belt," and then I don't care. Yeah. I don't care because he's not.
Then we get an AJ Styles Roman Reigns match.
No, because
then we get an AJ Styles Cody Rhodes match in the future. And
let's do 2 things.
Give it to him too late.
Let's do 2 things. Okay, we'll go. I'm gonna go 2 directions with this.
Okay.
if you did it, if there was no Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes is an AEW licking his wounds and trying to get over with the audience again.
Contract goes home tomorrow.
Right. Go wherever. He either goes home or he never left. Either or.
Yeah.
And you have it as Seth Rollins with the heavyweight belt. Roman Reigns keeps staring at it. Roman Reigns goes, "This is bull. I want it." WrestleMania 40. Boom. Great. I totally believe it. I totally believe it. And you go, all of this was done to make that WrestleMania 40 that much bigger. It's an even numbered one. It's in the tens. It's there's WrestleMania 40.
Sooner or later, it might be the last.
What is so that makes sense to me, because I will die on this hill. You have to have one champion. If you're using this belt to elevate the whole thing, your company needs one champion. A lot of other people in this who are way higher on the totem pole than me, I'm at the bottom, have expressed the same exact belief that you cannot be one company with a participation trophy for showing up to work every day.
I think it's listen, I'm not where we've had this conversation, we've argued about it.
No, well, listen, but here's my thing. So that's one thing they could do without going down that road.
You can have two titles and have equal prestige.
I disagree, but we go down that road, and then those two guys who are from the Shield, they redredge up the whole Shield thing. Maybe Roman Reigns. Yes. The XRP is correct. Too many. Yes. Bam. But you could do that. The other thing you could do is that you could have Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. You could have you could have AJ Styles.
You're brain farting right now.
Yeah, you can have AJ Styles do it.
Sure.
Because the big thing that's going to happen is the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is going to change whatever happens.
Sure.
Money in the Bank is going to change.
Always does.
Right. If they take it seriously. And do something different, like what they did with Alpha Academy's what's his name in Alpha Academy?
I don't know.
They
don't even know who Alpha Academy is. Talking about X-Men?
No. Alpha Academy is it doesn't even matter.
Hey, Rob, this is really good water. Perfect empowered drinking water. It's really good stuff. I want to switch things up real quick.
Yes.
Just because I think
they could go in a few. Yeah, I am.
Listen, AEW did something really cool. I liked when Chris Jericho had the championship and he was doing the Ocho thing and he was doing the whole
well, that was Ring of Honor.
Well, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that was the Ring of Honor belt.
AEW Ring of Honor, whatever,
of course.
Same difference. The Ring of Honor thing where we were like surprised, like Bandito, and we had the dude with the pizza cutter, I forget his name. We had all these different people doing all these different things. I don't think there's going to be anything like that again, where it's just like a surprise or entertaining kind of like championship ordeal with that situation. I don't think we're going to have anything like that with either AJ or Seth Rollins. Because if you look at both those guys, who have they feuded with in WWE that like are memorable moments?
AJ, no one.
AJ hasn't had a memorable feud in WWE since he came to WWE.
They started to do the OC versus the Judgment Day, and I was like, "Yo, all right, all right,
that's
cool.
I'm a cool little feud.
Please,
sure,
please." And then they dropped it because
why?
I think Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson, one of them got injured, or AJ himself got injured. I think it was because AJ got injured.
So AJ hasn't had a singles feud.
No. Now Seth has had great feuds, but with nobodies.
Yeah.
I mean, that last feud he had at WrestleMania was.
Well, who could he currently feud with? That would be something we can draw out a couple months, and it would be a good, entertaining feud.
It doesn't even have to be a couple months. It could be pay-per-view for pay-per-view, and just go through the gauntlet.
That's fine. We can do the gauntlet.
I would have loved to have seen Seth with Cody for a belt opportunity, but that's far off in left field.
That's next WrestleMania, probably.
Yeah, I don't even know. Let's not go that far out because Triple H fucked it up.
Yeah.
Seth versus Gunther would be interesting.
I mean, you put Gunther against just about anybody, and it's
gonna
probably
be
going to be an entertaining.
It's going to be a
match.
banger. If you put Seth up against a returning Kofi Kingston.
All right, this is what I do. This is off the spot. This is off the cuff. Are you guys ready?
All right, I'm all right.
We give the title to Rollins at the pay-per-view.
Okay.
And then we have Edge come out on Monday Night Raw.
Nice.
And he says, you know what, guys? I'm going to retire.
You know what? I want this to be my last run, and I want to be leaving the company as a champion.
I'm leaving the company. I feel like my time's being wasted. I feel like it was a big ordeal that I came back. And I'm not doing anything. And then Rollins' music hits. And he comes out and he says, Edge, listen. First off, look at my brand new title. Isn't it pretty?
And look at my gaudy clothes that me and my wife pick out.
Don't I look amazing?
The ugly clothes that he and his wife pick out.
And then he's like, you know what, Edge? Let's not waste each other's time. You know? You're a legend. I respect you. You're awesome. You're cool. I like you. If it wasn't for you, Edge and Christian, I probably would have never gotten the business, blah, 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 whatever he has to say. And he says, why don't you and me wrestle a couple of times for the title?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that could work.
Something cool with Edge. Maybe Edge,
I don't think Edge
almost wins it.
I'll amend what you just said. Edge would I could see that happening, but Edge wouldn't say I'm retiring. Edge would just come out and go, it's my turn. Yeah, I know it's a little tired.
Wasn't he in the tournament? Was he in this tournament to decide a champion?
I think he was.
He was.
So yeah, he could just come out and just go, straight up.
Him just saying, hey, you know what?
It's my turn.
It's my time to ride off into the sunset, blah, 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 whatever.
Like a 50-year-old trying to get laid on a web dating site. It's my time.
It would just be nice to see Edge, and then we do something with, let's see. We call it the retirement tour. It's everybody who should be retiring. So it's Edge. It's Rey Mysterio gets a shot at the championship. Maybe we do something like that. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's bad.
I don't want to call it the legend killer type, because we've already kind of done that with Orton.
Yeah. I'm not complaining on it. I see the possibilities.
Or maybe we go back and we find all the people that the Shield feuded with, and maybe have,
So, like so here's the thing: you could go. There's one person I would like to see do it, versus Seth Rollins. One person I would like to see get the opportunity, but he needs help because he can't do it alone.
Dom.
No, that would be stupid. He'd get twisted into a pretzel.
What if Dom got his first championship like that?
No. Because
could you? Okay, so he's a nuclear level heat magnet right now. Everybody hates. Okay, Rob's taking a nap real quick. That's fine. Dom is a magnet for people hating on him, and I think if they gave him the championship this early,
it's going to end up being Rhea Ripley, just low blowing.
Well, that would be cool too. I wouldn't mind that later on. Maybe a turn on Ripley's part. But,
now Dominic Mysterio
Dom winning this brand new championship this early in his career would kind of be one of those things where you're like, oh fuck, they really want you to hate this guy.
Dominic Mysterio
really want you to hate, especially if his dad doesn't win it. Like Seth defends it a couple of times, his dad doesn't win it. He could be like, "Hey, Dad, look, Poppy, look what I won." What I mean? It could be.
Who did Dominic Mysterio wrestle this week? He wrestled Apollo Crews.
Okay, and how did that match go?
So Apollo Crews has dropped the whole Nigerian Prince bullshit.
Okay. Good.
And he's ignoring it altogether. Now he's just coming out like, look how strong I am. Look how beefy I am.
Which he should have been doing.
I
think he's a more charismatic.
He's got nothing. And that's not saying much because he's barely charismatic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Bobby Lashley is just.
Apollo Crews was sold to us as like a pocket-sized Bobby Lashley. And you cannot understand. Yeah. I'll get to that. Apollo Crews, we figured, all right, this is his comeback match, and he got fucked over by Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley low-blowed him, and then Dominic Mysterio did this insane 5-star frog splash to the middle. It was perfect. Dominic Mysterio is
that
actually got spots now. He's not stringing together a whole set list, but Dominic Mysterio did this 5-star and it was really
Listen,
good.
Let me tell y'all what I'm going to be doing. I want to talk about it later about AEW Fight Forever. I'm definitely going to get that game. I'm going to be making Dom Mysterio in AEW Fight Forever.
Oh, God. All right.
Just frog splashing everybody, baby. Just bam, frog splash for you.
XRP, hold on.
Splash for you.
Dominic Mysterio is getting there.
Yes.
As a wrestler, like I said, he got me on a move.
I like the guy.
He cannot do the Three Amigos. He's very rusty when he does the Three Amigos, and they keep having him do it. A lot of people keep doing Eddie Guerrero moves. It's almost like every Latin wrestler who gets into WWE.
Show respect for the guy.
Yeah, but after a while, it's like you've milked it to death.
Sure.
Every single guy.
It worked for a reason.
Every single Latin wrestler.
I wish everybody would copy his Latino heat thing and start working.
Yeah, but the fucking thing is, Eddie Guerrero wasn't even a AAA wrestler. He was just a fucking cholo from Southside LA wrestler. You know, and then all the Mexican wrestlers in fucking, masks. And I'm like, yeah. But anyways, to the point.
Did you just disrespected the entire culture?
No, I'm saying that the entire culture is biting off one dude who wasn't even as Mexican as they were. Backhanded compliment. Anyways,
this current message is brought to you by Rob and only Rob.
I rob, I cheat, I steal.
My
okay,
name is Markus,
I lie, cheat, steal.
Agree.
Anyways, so he goes out there, right, and he beats Apollo Crews with the help of Rhea Ripley, and I'm going, that's great, that's excellent, and he put the exclamation point on it. He did. It wasn't a sloppy win. It was an assist, but it pushes his storyline over. But now I'm watching Apollo Crews going, well, fuck, man, you're back. You're nobody again. They made you nobody immediately. Yeah. You're enhancement talent, dude. You might as well be that no-name guy who shows up from fucking West Bumblefuck Haystack Wrestling or, Pro League and get your ass whooped. And then you go, jobber. Yeah, you're a jobber. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. And remember, earlier when we were talking about AJ Styles being a workhorse, the difference is AJ Styles leads wrestlers. AJ Styles leads ratings. AJ Styles has a set list. AJ Styles is experienced. He's like a multi-time champion over multiple promotions.
Yeah, he carried TNA for a while.
Oh yeah, he is the face of TNA. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Soon XRP. I
yes.
promise.
So that is why I'm like, fucking Apollo Crews, you're garbage again. WWE never learns.
They don't know what to do with the black guys.
You know what? It's sad. They don't.
They really just,
Bobby Lashley, they wasted him. He got the belt and they needed to have MVP be his mouthpiece. It worked. They made the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business was over. Everybody liked it for a black man walking to the ring in business suits to clean house. They did a great job and they pulled the plug. Those guys should have been shot to the moon. Everything. And for a moment, they had the American belt. They had the United States Championship. They had the heavyweight belt and they had the tag belts. For a brief window, they were what we always wanted, and they pulled the plug prematurely.
They don't know what to do with black superstars.
They don't. I don't know.
Take this all the way back to the Attitude Era with 3 words: Nation
of Domination.
Of domination.
And remember,
Farouk, which is a giant, studly man's man. He had charisma. He had the build. He had speed. He had power. He had everything.
Ahmed Johnson,
same thing. They had D'Lo Brown, Coach Brown.
And wasn't Ahmed Johnson related to The Rock?
I don't know.
Because he was Ahmed Johnson, Rocky Johnson. Because Rocky Maivia was his name, but he was also Rocky Johnson. I think his father was Johnson. Anyways, but yes.
Talk about wasted talent. So we're just going to throw these guys in a group together, and they're going to be mad at the world. Blah blah blah.
And they sold. It worked.
I mean, sure, but it was happenstance.
Right.
work.
And it was also kind of racist in the sense that you're doing it because you got these 4
Exactly.
black guys.
And we're going to put the 4 black guys together.
And then, by the way, what did they
And we're
do?
going to hope the 4 black guys work together.
The last time that a black guy, in my assessment, did something in WWE, and it wasn't hokey, it wasn't racist, he wasn't a Vincent, where he was just carrying the bags. Ron Simmons. Yeah. Ron Simmons and the Acolytes was equal to JB, to Bradshaw. Fuck JB. I hate JBL. I love Bradshaw. I hate John Bradshaw Layfield. I like Bradshaw.
I don't like JBL.
JBL, I hated that whole gimmick.
But the Acolytes were amazing.
Yeah. Ron Simmons was better than just damn. And also,
isn't that Farouk? Isn't that what
Farouk? Ron, yeah. Okay. Because later on they would just refer to him as Ron Simmons. They stopped referring to him as Farouk like in recent.
I was confused for a second.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. But that's only because WWE doesn't even refer to him as Farouk. They keep.
All right, so let's talk about that.
And then the other one was the Dudleys, obviously.
Bobby Lashley,
wasted.
He's just muscles, and
he needs MVP. He's good with MVP. That's a great.
He's got 0 charisma.
Nothing.
He's a vacuum for charisma. I get it, but. There you go. R-Truth. That was very entertaining.
He's great.
Title, sure.
But why does he have to come out like he's fucking mentally challenged?
I also feel like that was just a throwaway gimmick, and they were just like, okay, do something.
But they did it for too long.
And then, if you do something with this, we'll let you continue to do something.
He's got a set list of moves. He doesn't age.
One of the most talented wrestlers in the
Why is he jobbing? Why is this fucking gem of a wrestler jobbing? Why is a guy with charisma and moves in the ring a goddamn jobber? Every time he gets squashed, I don't believe it. You're too damn good in the ring to make me believe that you're going to get squashed so easily, match after match after match after match after match. When he was teamed up with Goldust, it was great, but it was great for the wrong reasons. It was great because you had comic relief with comic relief, but they were completely ignoring that the guy can actually wrestle. He was a TNA World Heavyweight Champion with his 10 pounds of gold with the NWA Championship before TNA dropped it. And fucking A, he was great. He earned it. And back then, his gimmick was he was pissed off at the world for being overlooked for being a black wrestler. And they ran with that storyline. It was a good match. And he was one of the inaugural, not the guy, but he was one of the first champions. We had a house phone, and now I wish we didn't because it's always a disaster.
Then we got Kofi Kingston. Hey, Kofi, you're from Jamaica.
Yeah, and then it was so bad.
Xavier Woods, hey, you're a nerdy guy. You're the one.
No, he was also Apollo Creed. He was doing this Apollo Creed red, white, and blue because in TNA he was Austin Creed.
Oh yeah.
Because his real name is Austin, and that's why his TNA name was Austin Creed.
Right, but I'm just saying that's like it's they can't give people good gimmicks.
The New Day was a shitty gimmick, and then it developed.
Well, yeah, it developed because they developed it. That's the problem. Shelton Benjamin's another one. Hey,
I never liked Shelton.
Take Shelton Benjamin and let him be a sidekick to Brock Lesnar, who has another sidekick. Who was the third guy in that? Or was it? No, it was Kurt Angle. It was Kurt Angle, Shelton Benjamin, and it was
primetime players. Shitty. Street Profits are just modern primetime players. And even when they win the belt, what did they have the Street Profits do? The Street Profits come out and they give commentary and they give an overview of the night. For the first year, the Street Profits came to the for the big time and they got promoted. And the Street Profits going, did you see the match tonight? Oh, it was great. We saw this guy do this, and we saw this guy do this, and we saw this guy do this, and it was amazing.
You know my favorite example of let's take two very talented black guys and let's just.
Oh no, I know he was good. I just didn't like him.
The worst gimmick ever, and just hope it works. Are you ready? My favorite, Crime Time. You take two very talented guys that can wrestle, guys that got charisma, guys that can move, guys that got speed. And they're like, hey, let's just make them steal shit.
And then one of them unfortunately passed recently in the ocean.
Shaq. Shad. Gaspard.
Yeah, Chad Gaspard. You know what?
He died saving his
daughter. And she got sucked out to sea, and he sacrificed himself.
Anyway, two very talented.
No, but that's respect.
Two very talented pro wrestlers, and hey, let's just give them the gimmick that they steal shit.
Booker T. But by the way, they had Booker T in the recent Royal Rumble. He wasn't even thrown out. He didn't get thrown through the top rope. He got thrown through the middle ropes, and they just counted him out.
What happened to his brother?
I don't know. Booker T got fucked over when he. The only thing that Booker T that was good in WWE was Booker T interrupted in the invasion angle. And then what did they do? They had Booker T get his ass kicked at a grocery store by Stone Cold, and Booker T never became more than King Booker. He became a clown to just do the spinneroonie and go 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times.
English accent they gave him. The shitty, like, proper English accent.
Oh God! And Queen Booker. But that's the thing. Like, black people are still meant to like soft shoe it for the crowd. Black people are still there to dance. When I see the Street Profits come out and they dance with the solo cups, I'm like, it's embarrassing. You know what it's. You know what it is to me. I said this earlier. If you were to tell a bunch of actors and actresses who are black, and they go, all right, look, we want you guys to play superheroes. Okay. Now we've already got the Falcon. Okay. We're going to do Black Panther. And I haven't read a lot of the Black Panther comics. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Black Panther, and we're going to cast you. What are you going to do? You're going to be spear chuckers. And you go, holy shit, that's racist. But all these people did it. All of these black actors and actresses, Dana Gurria, all these people were really famous actors and actresses. Angelica Houston, all these famous people, and they fucking did spears. Well, and I went, Jesus Christ, this is racist. And that's Disney. That's Disney, yes?
Yeah, here's the issue that I have with that. And as a white man, I don't really think that I should have too much of an opinion about this particular thing because it's not my place to say. But I will say this as an outsider looking in, I feel like sometimes you have to do what you have to do to make certain people happy for a better opportunity.
You know what? I get it. You pay your dues. You pay your dues. You pay your dues. But
people can say it's paying dues or whatever bullshit.
But it's, this is the way I look at it. I look at it as the old example is 1 for you, 1 for me, 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. Yeah. You as the black actor have to pay your dues, whereas white actors, we paid our dues collectively a long time ago. And this is where it comes to WWE. When we go into like any pop culture shit, every Star Trek series that had a black lead, the black lead was not the highest ranking person in the show. Deep Space Nine, Cisco is a commander. He takes orders from Picard, first episode, the emissary. The new one, Star Trek Discovery, Michael Burnham, which is played by Sonequa Martin Green from Walking Dead. She plays a lieutenant commander science officer, and she has to scratch and claw her way to the top, and they write her off as a lunatic. They write her off as an imbecile in many scenarios. And I looked at this and went, God, black people still get the shaft. Now, if in wrestling, you're like, oh, wrestling. Come on, that ship has sailed. That ship should have sailed a long time ago. And the best we got was The Rock, who is Samoan. And they don't do this shit in ECW or WCW. AEW, I'm thinking about it. Does AEW have a big, we'll use this as a segue to AEW. Does AEW have a lead black guy? They really don't. They don't have a standout black anyone except for Jade Cargill, who has her own belt. And she's probably going to lose that this Sunday to Taya Valkyrie. But there is no black people in AEW but Jade Cargill.
So there are...
I can't think of one. The La Spanish
used to be Bearcat.
Oh yes, Keith Lee.
And
Swerve Strickland. But those two guys are always swirling around in the mid cards. They're mid.
Well, yeah, it's like Adam Cole is Keith Lee's buddy, kind of like. It's just listen.
AEW. This is a great way to transition to some of the problems at AEW. AEW has a lot of guys who are vaguely part of multiple things at the same time. Adam Cole at any one point can go, I'm the Elite. Adam Cole can at any one point go, I'm Red Dragon. Adam Cole could go, I am the whatever the fuck his stuff was from NXT. Undisputed Era. Adam Cole could say, I'm in Bullet Club Gold. Yeah. He could show up and go on Bullet Club Gold, and I'll get behind it. In fact, I would love to see that. I would love to see him join Bullet Club Gold, but that's the problem. AEW's got too many opportunities, and it's kind of spreads them thin. But I was talking to a few other people. I was invited to be a guest of Bad Boys of Wrestling.
Shout out to them.
Yep. And AEW to me is the superior product, but poorly managed. And yes. WWE is perfectly managed, but a shitty product. Shitty writing, confused belt situation where everyone's belts are all over the place. Rhea Ripley is on Raw with a SmackDown belt. They didn't do the exchange, and vice versa. You've got the undisputed tag team champions still carrying, 4 belts between them on Raw, but not on SmackDown, making visits. The fuck up split on the world heavyweight scene. But AEW is like this. Okay, here's your TNT belt. You guys get a belt. Not talking about the wrestlers, the show. Hey, the company, you get a belt. TBS, you get a belt. And by the way, it's kind of a farcical thing because TNT and TBS are the same company. But Fox and maybe Fox and USA were like, we want our own individual belts. Who knows? Who cares? AEW's got it functionally right, but that they don't manage their presentation of their product properly. So and
that's inexperience on Tony Khan's part.
And also Tony Khan fucked up in that Tony Khan on Wednesday night, not tonight, but the night before, said, I have a big announcement to make. I was bothered by this. I was excited about this. Tony Khan.
You can't have a big announcement every fucking week.
You can't. Well, no, he did it right when he came out. When Tony Khan came out with the crazy sunglasses with Shivani and showed up on Impact Wrestling and interrupted the program to give some crazy announcement. It looked like he was coked up.
And then he's like, here's Adam Cole.
Right. And I'm like, yeah, which was smart on his part.
Yeah.
But last week's announcements.
For that guy, the better.
Last week's announcements was him staring into the camera again because he has no stage presence, going, okay, guys, it's going to be a great night. We've got some great wrestling coming up, and we sold out. He was playing with the W, and he goes, we sold out. We almost sold out of Wembley. Okay, cool. That's a feather in your cap. But I would rather, in him saying that, I would rather have Excalibur, like they do in WWE, put the logo on. Wembley Stadium is reached. 85,000 tickets sold. Handful of seating left. Don't miss out. That's all they had to say. I don't need Tony Khan telling me that because he has no charisma. Then Tony Khan said, and I'd like to announce that we've got, and he's clutching onto the mic, that we've got a lot of opportunities in Canada. We've got 5 book shows in Canada. We're going to be touring Canada. Okay, great. But that's something that Excalibur should have said.
Sure. Well, I mean, Tony wants his stage time. And when you're doling out the checks and your name is Tony Khan and you're the guy on the bottom of the check and it says AEW/Tony Khan pays my bills. Tony Khan can do whatever the hell Tony Khan wants to do.
We're gonna get.
I don't listen. I'm a big AEW mark. I'm a fan. I like the show. I like it. Punk, I get it, but there's a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of bullshit.
Let me
stuff they need to work on.
Address one thing with Dr. Villain Ghost Taker just said. He said the channels making lies about Punk, kind of making it seem like everybody is a mark when it comes to Punk. When it comes to Punk fucked Punk. He won the belt in great fashion. I was at that show when he won the belt, and then I come home and then I find out that he did some scrum bullshit.
Oh, listen.
And he fucked himself. He needs to know who's patting his ass. He's lucky he gets what opportunities he does at his age. He's frail. He's fragile. He's glass.
May I interrupt you real quick?
Sure. Absolutely.
Pardon the interruption.
That's you. Go right ahead.
We're going to get sued. Here's the thing. There was a recent post about Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona,
Matt Cardona recently. What was his gimmick in WWE? Who was he known as?
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder leaves WWE, becomes this, indie sensation after years of hard work, whatever. And he goes on and he tweets about some guy wanting to do an interview with him, and then the guy didn't want to do the interview with him after he said that he wouldn't give him whatever information he wanted, blah, 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 bullshit. And he's tweeting about it. And I think sometimes people forget that professional wrestling is about one thing: getting over.
Absolutely.
That's it. So Matt Cardona, somebody who's worried about getting over, winning championships, making money, blah, 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 bullshit, is out here tweeting because an interviewer is mad. He's mad at the interviewer for trying to get clicks. You're going to be mad that somebody works somebody to try to get some exposure. That's the thing about CM Punk that I don't understand. People, Tony Khan invested in CM Punk.
Yeah.
He's got to make money off the guy somehow.
He's got a contract. CM Punk is still in the contract.
All these different rumors going around, and we don't know when he's going to show up or how he's going to show up or if he's going to be on this
Collision.
Show. All these different things. Like now they're like, CM Punk, you got to show up at Collision, okay?
Because it's in Chicago, and if it's if he
whatever.
doesn't show up at Collision in Chicago, then they've got to refund all the tickets and hold it at Daly's place.
How do people not understand that this business is about getting over? Everything is a work. Everything's a gimmick. Everything's bullshit. Everybody's trying to get clicks.
You answered your own question.
Get exposure.
You answered your own question.
I don't understand how Matt Cardona, CM Punk, this person, that person are mad because
they wanted to be over more than everybody else. CM Punk thought that it was all about supporting these people to push them, and that's fine to a degree. Sure. But if the show is not being watched, you're not being watched. That's why Triple H has inserted himself into the Brock Lesnar Cody Rhodes match. And we'll get back to this to WWE real briefly. So Cody Rhodes was fighting, and he's fighting Brock Lesnar. He's got the feud right now. We still don't know why it's happening. We were never told as to why this crap happened. And so we get this. He comes into the arena, and Brock Lesnar ragdolls him into a bunch of kegs. And
Are you sure that's not Triple H in the early 2000 with his
denim jacket over the leather jacket? Yeah.
Denim on denim?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't get me started. Yeah, because that's exactly how
Triple H move.
Right.
And that Trips looked at him when Brock showed up that day.
Probably nutted.
My buddy.
Yeah.
He was like, "Give me a hug, Brock."
So
you remind me of me.
We're looking at this now, and we're going, okay, fine. We're not going to drop this.
Look at Brock Lesnar's ass. What a nice ass. You can tell he squats.
Oh boy.
It's right there.
Oh God, no, it's not. I took it off the screen. You're not going to be married for long, buddy.
My wife thinks it's hilarious when I talk about other dudes' butts.
But now we get this. We get the keg to the left arm of Cody Rhodes.
Now we're smashing it. Look at that. That keg
looks plastic.
Yeah.
It looks rubber, but we get the idea. It made a big thud. It did clank.
Sure, it did.
Maybe they added in a sound effect. Who knows? WWE's got a whole team of guys for that.
Oh yeah.
Can
you imagine they're like, Triple H is finding a guy in the back. He goes, "Tim, I need you to do one job. I need you to be back here, and I need you to click this sound effect button."
And it would have been embarrassing if he hits and then you hear clang like 3 seconds later.
Like 3 seconds later.
Thud,
he's like,
clang.
Yeah. Oh God.
So now we get this, and Cody Rhodes, and he's got the broken arm, and they did 3 segments of this. Mm-hmm. They did this 3 times in the night. They did that one.
They did the early attack beginning of the show.
Then in the middle of the show, Brock Lesnar gets him, puts him in a Kimura lock.
Continues to beat his ass?
Yep.
Okay.
And by the way, Dr. Villain is right. Punk is to AEW what Hogan was.
Absolutely not.
A lot of people.
Absolutely not.
All right. Well,
if anybody is that, it's Chris Jericho.
All right, you can make that argument too, but Chris Jericho is not above losing. Chris Jericho loses and puts people over.
CM Punk put people over?
No, but Hogan never put anybody over. CM Punk put some people over. The fact that he got into it with 4 of the major guys who are the heads of the company, stupid.
CM Punk out here
you're getting paid anyway.
He ain't using the hard R.
Well, let's get back to this quick thing with Cody.
So second one is he attacks him again, puts him in a Kimura lock.
Now the whole night goes out. The whole night comes by, and Triple H comes out to tell Cody, "You can't wrestle." And Triple H comes out to the ring, and the whole night, everyone's trying to console Cody. And Triple H comes out there and tells Cody, "Hey, buddy," in that sarcastic way that he does when he's kind of trying, "Buddy, you've got nothing to prove." Mm-hmm. You've got absolutely nothing to prove, buddy. Why am I getting the whole? Oh yeah, perfect. You've got nothing to prove, buddy. You've impressed everyone.
What is Cody Rhodes' natural hair color?
Brunette. He's a brunette.
Brunette.
Yeah. Hey, but he comes out there and he goes, "You've got nothing to prove, brother. You did a good job. You came back and you came back strong, brother. You can't fight. Look at that. You know that you're afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. You know that I'm going to have a doctor inspect your arm. And you know that when the doctor declares that arm broken, that you won't be medically fit to fight in Saudi Arabia. That's what you're afraid of." And he goes, "I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight." And that was the whole point. The point is, every time he threw a punch, Brock Lesnar wasn't ever phased once. So we're doing this shitty, tired-ass David and Goliath crap. Brock Lesnar, for all intents and purposes, will only stop when he feels like he just doesn't want to be bothered anymore, because they've always written Brock Lesnar as a guy who either the only time anyone ever manhandled Brock Lesnar was Goldberg. Bill Goldberg was the only one ever manhandled Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar did the Kimura lock. He snapped Cody's arm back. He beat it up. Does it look broken? No.
I can't wait for
but look at the look on his face.
I can't wait for Cody's triumphant return to AEW.
Look at the face on Triple H. What did I tell you? Triple H was fucking him up the ass.
So wasted.
Look at that. Look at the look on Triple H's face.
Talent wasted.
Look at that. And why are you in this?
Is probably his best years.
Look at the look on Cody's face. And you know what that look is? I don't think that's kayfabe. I think that's Cody realizing he fucked up.
Oh, he realized that along. He realized that WrestleMania night.
And obviously, XRP, Triple H is older than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is 35. Triple H is like 50.
Cody's only a year older than me.
Yeah, I think so. He's in his late 30s. Wow. Maybe. I got to look it up. But here's the point I want to drill home. This does pertain to AEW. Cody fucked up because for a brief window, because wrestling is brief and fans are fickle, Cody was stale. So he did the promotion with Arn Anderson, where Arn Anderson was outside with a dumpster fire, burning Cody Rhodes' ties and fancy suits. So Cody Rhodes came out in a jumpsuit and says, "I'm here for you. I'm never going to go heel. It's not what I came here to do. I came here to be your leader. I came here to be your champion. If you don't like it, I'm going to do more." So he did the burning table match. He went through the table, burned up his back. Nobody cared. Fine. Cody Rhodes, go sit in the back burner for a while. Wait until an opportunity comes up where you could be and an aid to somebody, where you could save a match for somebody, where you can join a faction with somebody and be part of the team instead of the face of the. You didn't have to be the face of every match. That's where you fucked up. You put yourself over on people like Anthony Ogogo. You made the matches unbelievable. You're just too lopsided. You were not bigger than Malachi Black. You fucked up, and all you needed to do was take a break. That's all you had to do was take a break. You didn't need to go to WWE. Your dad. And who am I? But your dad would have been way prouder of you leading a company than only being a temporary champion of a company. You could have also made yourself the champion of your company anytime you wanted. You didn't need to have that stipulation in your match with Jericho. That soon that you just started AEW and you put yourself into a corner. You wrote yourself into a corner right out the gate. Why? To put over Jericho and MJF?
Somebody's got to go over.
Yes, but you just lose. MJF still low blows him. Nothing else changes. Low blows him, and Jericho goes, "You're never, as long as I'm champion, you're never going to be here again." And that could have been the stipulation that as long as Jericho's champion, he can't have the belt. Fine. Sure. It would have been a simpler.
But never again.
That was dumb. You fucked yourself from the get-go. You should not be on WWE. I don't want you having their belt because I don't want you not being the face of AEW. Because now look what we have. We have Tony Khan who can't cut promos. Because of this, you left us with Tony Khan, who can't cut promos. Tony Khan is like the older brother who is in charge of his siblings, but he's high all the time. So he lets them play with a toaster while they're in a tub or a blow dryer. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know how the kids died." Because you needed to be where you needed to be, Cody. You needed to come out in the three-piece suit and go, "This is going to be a banger at Double or Nothing. We're going to tear Wembley apart. We're going to destroy." Instead, you've got this bullshit now where, like XRP is saying, Triple H is fucking you up your ass. He made you lose in front of your family.
Why is it gonna be so graphic?
Because it pisses me off because this is Cody's fault. Cody look at the ratings of AEW Dynamite tank.
They're
not tanking, but they're
27 more seconds to keep ranting. Go ahead. Come on, you got 23.
they slid down the hill. They went from 877,000 2 weeks ago to 814,000 viewers.
15 seconds.
And the match are still bangers. There.
That's it.
You fucked up, Cody.
You had 9 more seconds. All right,
I didn't need it.
Let's just have 7 seconds of silence.
My head hurts.
I know.
Ooh.
I know you're on. All right, that is our first hour. We still got a little bit more to talk about. We are done talking about WWE. No more WWE.
Well, we went into AEW.
Well, we're done. We're done with WWE for now. I want to talk about something. I am excited.
Yes.
I am excited about a couple of things. First off, Aussie Open announced signed AEW. Mark Davis of Aussie Open is injured. They were two-time, or they were double holding New Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Championships. They had to relinquish those. And then today we got announced that they have signed a deal with AEW. So at least they'll be getting some paychecks for a little bit while he is injured. And that's nice. That is some good news. AEW Fight Forever is announced to be finally coming out next month. I think it's going to be on Game Pass as a free game with Game Pass, which is cool for me. There's a few little announcements. And listen, I'm excited to play this game. I like old school style wrestling games. I was a big N64 nerd. I loved WCW versus NWO. I liked that shit. This reminds me of that. I'm very excited for that. AEW Fight Forever. You can turn off the DQ, the rope break, and the count outs, which is cool. I like that. L reverses grapples, R reverses strikes. That's cool, I guess. 5 slots for signatures and finishers. You can have different signatures and finishers. That's pretty cool.
Who are you going to play first? Who are you going to?
First person I'm going to play as is Orange Cassidy, and this is why. Orange Cassidy can wrestle with his hands in his pockets. There's a thing where you can put your hands in his pockets, and you can run around and you can pin people with your hands in your pockets. You can do your finish.
Do they have Dustin Rhodes, the natural?
I don't know.
I would want to be Dustin.
Guardrails, you can throw people into the guardrails. It'll move the guardrails, and you can fight people in the crowd. I'm very excited for this game. There's a lot of bloods and guts and all that good stuff. I am excited for this game, especially since it's going to be free. I would never pay $60 for this game. I am very excited to play this game.
You just put this game over so hard, and then you go, I would never pay for it.
I would never pay $60 to play this game. Okay, so listen, this is a lot like Gotham Knights. I don't know if you guys heard about that game, but it came out as a $60 game, and then it had a lot of bad reviews or whatever, and people were like, the price was dropping, and when it hit about $20, everybody was like, oh, this is a good game. For $20, this is a good game. For $20,
I will buy this game I would buy it for $10, but since it's free, I'll buy it.
I'm very excited to play this game because it's going to be free. Like I said, I'm going to
free is the best.
I'm going to be making Dom Guerrero in it, and
oh god.
Dom Guerrero Mysterio Jr. in it, and I will be frog splashing everybody. Everybody's getting a frog. You get a frog splash. You get a frog splash. You get a frog splash. I am very excited about it.
Oh boy.
I'm going to be going live on Twitch every single day, and all I will ever be doing is playing as Dom Mysterio Guerrero Jr. frog splashing your mama. Aussie Open, we already talked about that. What's her first name?
Well, we're talking, you want to get into Mercedes, which is her real name and her stage name.
Oh, okay.
So I can do.
Snoop Dogg's cousin was injured recently at a live New Japan Pro Wrestling event. She was their women's champion. She was their American version women's champion, and she broke her foot.
Ankle.
No, her foot.
Oh, I heard it was an ankle injury.
During the match, and on the fly, she decided to drop the title. This was an improv move. It wasn't supposed to happen. She was supposed to retain the title.
Wait a minute. I thought she'd already lost the title before. She got it back.
This is New
Japan.
Strong. This is their American. She lost the woman's New Japan.
Right.
The butterfly looking.
The diva looking title.
The IWGP.
She was a New Japan Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, and then she lost it. She cut a few promos where she was obviously the heel.
Well, she won it again, or some the American version,
right?
And she lost it. And in this picture on the right, I think that's Matt Vandegrift. He's a local to Las Vegas professional wrestler that's been doing some work with New Japan's American.
Yeah, which is
company. They're American. It's like their ROH or whatever, American company. So that's cool. Shout outs, Matt Vandegrift. He got some TV time, and he's gonna be. Tell me if that.
I'm looking for any Matt Grandif. I'm not finding anything. But
that's I think that's Vandegrift. He's he's a local guy, so that's cool. That there's a couple of local guys right now. There's Jay and
but we'll say this. I want
Mercedes
Moné to go over well wherever she goes. Sure. I'd like to eventually see her in AEW down the road.
That's where she's going to end up.
Down the road, but not right away because there's too much WWE women in AEW. And also, I want to see, and I've said this before, I really do want to see, and I want her to go directly to the top. I want to see Jade Cargill.
You want her to be Jade?
No, I want to see Jade Cargill.
She takes the championship.
I want to see Jade Cargill go to WWE and just go skip NXT. I want her to shit through NXT, just no NXT, straight to the top. And they go, "Who are you?" And she goes, "I'm that bitch, Jade." And they're going to be like, "Who the fuck are you? Who told you get to go to the top?" And then she just starts beating the shit out of all of the women. I want Jade Cargill to beat the shit out of Rhea Ripley. I want Rhea Ripley to have chunks of
Rob wants Jade Cargill to beat the shit out of him.
Oh my God. If she puts me in a head scissor, oh my God, I'll die with like they won't even be able to bury. They'll bury me with only the front half, with the top half of the casket open. The bottom half I'll have a Woody. I'll be dead with the biggest heart on. They're like, "Whoa, we can't show the bottom half." And I have some dope dress shoes. So like they won't even be able to show my dress shoes because I'll have.
That's how your mindset is. Like, oh man, they're not gonna be able to see my dope dress shoes because of this rock hard dick.
Yeah, I know. And they're gonna be like, "What do we do? His dick won't go down." And it'll be like, "What happened?"
They're like shoving the door on your dick. They can't get it to close.
Oh my God!
Just like, all right.
No, none. XRP.
You made it so
they'll
weird.
never.
I talked about
let
Brock
that happen.
Lesnar's butt one time, and then now Rob.
Yeah, but I talked about a woman. You talked about a 50-year-old Canadian and his rock hard ass.
He's a Minnesotan.
Yeah, but he lives in Canada.
Whatever. Brock's got a nice butt. He's got a nice butt. Me a butt.
First of all, if I have to choose between whose ass I'm going to stare at, Jade Cargill or Brock Lesnar. Of course. Now here's all right, hold on. We're going to pose this question to our fans.
Look, there's Moné's butt.
Yeah, she's got no ass.
Yeah.
We're going to pose this questions to our fans right now. Now you got to go full Rikishi.
There's 3 people watching.
Full Rikishi.
We need all 3 of you to answer this question.
Full Rikishi.
Yeah.
So they're going to give you $100,000. $100,000, and you got to let
anybody could do that. Fucking dude, the dude with the worst diarrhea could do that to me for $100,000. Are you serious? No, you for free. You got to take.
Well, no.
For free, you got to take. Well,
Brock Lesnar,
sure,
$100. Brock Lesnar shoves his ass right in your face. You gotta get a full whiff of what the Brock Lesnar's cooking, or Jade Cargill for free.
Oh, that's just not fair.
No. Brock Lesnar goes, "Hey, buddy, you're gonna eat my ass out, but then I'm gonna pay for your rent for the rest of the year."
Oh, well, I mean, come on.
But it's Brock Lesnar after a full match, like 1 hour Iron Man match.
Brock's never had a 1 hour match.
I know. I'm saying a hypothetical.
You're saying sweaty ass Brock
in the gym, everything.
That's tough.
Year's rent.
As a straight man, that's tough for me.
And it's got to be like full cuck mode. Your wife has to watch.
She's in the front row.
She's just watching this whole degrading scene.
No, that's terrible.
But then the other one is free. Jade Cargill, nobody witnesses anything. You could be as quiet as you want to be. And Jade Cargill goes, I'll let you even post it if you want. I'll put you over Marcus as high as I can, as you let me.
She'll retweet my tweet.
She'll do whatever you want. She will promote you to the moon. She'll have smart Mark Sterling help promote you and Stokely Hathaway. So either sweaty Brock Lesnar, and by the way,
this is
balls
crazy.
on chin.
This is crazy.
Balls on chin.
Question.
Or Jade Cargill.
This is
free promotion.
All right.
But it's what you make of it. She'll give you
at this point already. Is the podcast over? Is this Patreon content?
Sure. With the podcast is over, and I'm clicking end broadcast right now. Click.
Yeah, you go ahead. Okay, so now that this is not live anymore, that's the dumbest question I've ever heard in my life.
Brock Lesnar, sweaty man meat, but you pay.
Would literally take Brock.
But he pays your rent or
terrible. Pays my rent for how long?
A year.
A year.
A year worth of free rent.
Brock.
Or
all day, every day.
Or Jade Cargill, and you get free promotion from her, but you got to decide how you're going to implement it.
The internet forgets very easily, so I'm going to take that
sweaty Brock, and you got to clean them out.
I pay $892 a month for a studio apartment the size of Rob's bathroom.
So that's $10,000. We're going to let with taxes $10,000, and you got to clean Brock Lesnar out, or clean out Jade Cargill, and she'll give you some free promotions.
Hit it, Brock. Let's go. Hit it, Brock. Let's go. I need the 10K.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
I need the 10K, Brock.
I'm gonna be sick.
Brock.
And then also now we're gonna up the ante. Paul Heyman's going to do commentary. My client, Brock Lesnar.
I love this podcast is such a fun experience. Every week I have a great time.
Hey man, Brock Lesnar's gonna pay your rent.
I mean, that's cool.
You gotta clean him out.
You have to hand deliver the rent check every week or every month.
No, just one. You're just gonna get. You're gonna get a check.
I get a deposit.
That's it. Deposit into your account.
Rock, I want to.
Oh, and by the way, you don't get the money.
You don't get the money.
It goes directly to your landlord.
Sick.
You don't even. It's not even like you get to
the month paycheck deposited.
You don't even get to.
Yeah, I'd take that option every time.
Okay. Because the other one,
I can have my wife do that to me anytime I want for free, no strings attached.
Wait a minute, your wife's cleaning you out?
My wife would Rikishi fucking.
Oh yeah.
Squat in the corner anytime, forever. I got that option anytime. I got a beautiful black woman that'll do that to me anytime.
Oh, you know, it'd be funny though.
So,
you're gonna get a hard on, Marcus, and that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
All right, this has been a fun podcast. Let's not talk about my dick anymore, please.
No, it wasn't your dick. We were talking about.
It would be pretty amazing to have Paul Heyman commentate that whole situation. The Marcus Dietz, local comedian, is in the corner. He's laying down. He's in the corner. Brock's threw him into the corner. He fell down. What is Brock doing? He's turning around.
Oh, God!
Oh, God. What is Brock doing? Oh.
He hasn't showered in 3 days.
Yeah. My client doesn't shower regularly.
My client doesn't need to shower?
He's one of those weird hunter, raw meat, vegan, weirdo fucking...
Falafel farts.
Yeah, you fucking carnivore deposit fucking raw meters. He doesn't shower but twice a month.
My client is going to give you his natural juices.
Oh, God.
Pickled Marcus.
Yeah, that would be. I absolutely take that in a heartbeat.
Versus Jade Cargill, and you get free promotion.
No. Like I said, if I want a beautiful black woman to hurt me and be my wife.
All right.
International belt match predictions. When is that happening?
Okay, so that's going to be, we're talking about the Battle Royal. This is what's going to happen. We'll get to that right now.
Sure.
This is how this is going to go down.
An email, so go ahead and answer this.
All right, and let me just see. And yeah, obviously, do I have any? I didn't have any. I thought I had an image lined up for the International Battle Royale. The International Battle Royale is going to end with, he's going to win. Orange Cassidy's going to win. He's going to do what a lot of guys do in battle royals, and he's going to fight heavy in the beginning, disappear in the middle, and then reappear at the end and win. And it's a battle royal. It's not a Royal Rumble type thing, so it's going to be the last two guys have to have a match. He's going to win, and he's going to win with an orange punch. He's going to win with the orange punch. They're gonna sell that his hand is taped up heavily. They're going to sell that every move is just painful as all hell to Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy's doing this way because if Orange Cassidy has a regular match, Orange Cassidy has to wrestle and be impacted and take bumps. This gives Orange Cassidy a chance to have a lot of cachet going into the match, not have to take as many bumps, gives him opportunities to rest. He can go out the middle or lower rope, linger around on the ring apron, and then show up to do spots. This is a chance for just a lot of spots, and it's also a chance for us to see a lot of talent that exists in AEW that we don't often see. Matt Sydal had an opportunity like this, and that's unfortunately where he slipped on the wet ring post and fell trying to do a frog splash. Orange is a 10 out of. I see. If I say 10 out of 10, makes me look like a mark. What I like Orange is he's not great on the mic, and he compensates for that by being such a great actor. His moveset's amazing. His physique is pretty good. He's just the complete package.
7 out of 10.
8.
7.3 out of 10.
I'll give him. I got to rate him high because.
Is there a trios match happening at Double or Nothing?
I want to say yes.
Because I would that would be so sick if we were live for fucking House of Black. If House of Black had a match at the fucking thing, that'd be so sick. Oh my God.
You're talking about athletically. Athletically, Homeboys and God. See, no, hold on.
I thought we were all around Orange Cassidy.
Wait a minute.
The whole package.
Marcus, let me ask you something.
7.3.
Give me, what is your idea of a 10 out of 10 athletic wrestler? Not necessarily a strong man. I mean a full package. And I would say the closest out of AEW. Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio.
I would make him a 9 out of 10. He's a little bit of a rusty
There's
gate.
Nobody better.
I was going to say up there is Kenny Omega because Kenny Omega is balanced. Kenny Omega is balanced in flexibility.
Yeah, it's between those two.
Yeah, that's fair. Orange Cassidy is so damn talented.
He's just so tiny.
Well, I don't. How tall is he? Let's look this up.
He's so little.
I don't think so.
He looks little.
Orange Cassidy.
Maybe it's who he's hanging out with or whatever, but he just looks tiny. He's 5'10". He's an inch taller than me.
He's oh God, and I'm 5'7". Darby Allin's my height, basically at 5'8". Wow.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor's 6'2".
Yeah, hold on. Now I got another question. Then, if
and Chuck Taylor does not look like a big guy.
No, he does. He looks like an average guy. Nah, it's 6'2".
That's what I'm saying.
Danhausen. I hope he comes back soon. Maybe Danhausen returns.
Did you see that tweet about Danhausen wanting to join House of Black?
I
fucking like it.
Hold on a second. How tall is MJF? MJF height 5'11". 5'11". 5'11's not that tall.
And I'm gonna sneeze at one point. You guys are gonna see me sneeze at one point.
Here. Hold on a second. Individual sanitary. By the way, where you got the perfect water, you can also get wipes.
At some point, I'm gonna sneeze. I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's been coming. It's been like bothering my nose a little
Yeah.
bit,
No cap. Yeah, no cap. I would say this. I think Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy are some of the most talented guys in the ring for AEW. The only difference is Darby Allin has no fucking personality. Darby Allin has the personality of rotting
Well,
cardboard.
that's why he had Sting, and that's why he needed Sting. He needs Sting.
That's like the Acclaimed. I didn't care for the Acclaimed. I thought they were really cheesy, and then they were like, no, we're gonna double down on our cheesiness and add Daddy Ass, and they're so fucking good, and they're winning now as a unit. You know what they say now? They introduce them as Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed. They're on. They put Billy Gunn in the front of that group. I don't, and it was smart, and I like it. And if this is Billy Gunn's last run, God damn it, man. You can hold your head up high, man. You really can. You were basically in a you know what I'd like to see, maybe one more run. Give them the trios belt. Why not? They deserve it eventually. Not
maybe the House of Black would have to lose it.
Not to them. Maybe House of Black loses to somebody else, and then somebody else loses to the trio of Daddy Acid. Because we also have to have
Rob. Why do you hate me?
Why?
I just want to know.
What did I do wrong?
Why do you hate me? How come everything I love, you're just like, yeah, let's get rid of it. House of Black, get rid of it.
No. Eventually, they're not going to win forever.
They're going to be trios champions forever. They're going to be the longest reigning trios champs of all time.
There's been lots of talk.
And then AEW is going to
There's been lots of talk.
And they'll still be champs when they close.
There's been lots of talk of Tommy End or Malachi Black or Malachi, whatever the hell it is. There's been lots of talk of him not being happy with his AEW contract and his position in the company. But that
was before.
That's correct. Now, my thing with that is he's another one. He has no personality.
Oh, you stop it.
No, I do. I like them as but he has no mic skills.
He's the most charismatic. Have you seen him do a Pull up a House of Black.
His promos are just.
You are crazy.
This is every one of Malachi.
XRP, tell him.
He's brooding, and then they get the smoke, and he goes, "I am going to kick your ass."
Oh no, no! Don't do it. Don't do any of our guys. Don't do my guy like that. Go over there and pull up a fucking promo of the man.
I can
throw it on the screen.
I'll pull up a picture of him.
No,
I'll meet you in the middle.
Do a promo
because we can actually get in trouble for that. Because we're on YouTube. I did this once when I had a podcast in the past, and I pulled up.
I'm gonna show you a promo after.
I know he can.
Yeah, fucking tell me that Tommy End /
Malachi
Black / whoever
Aleister Black
future coach. Because I'm going to go to his wrestling school.
I like the name Aleister better than Malachi.
I think you're insane if you think that guy's got
his promo skills are 6 out of 10.
There's a lot worse than 6 out of 10. You're making him sound like he's.
But AEW, no. But AEW.
All right. Here we go. Marcus, Rank, Brody, Buddy, and Malachi. Okay, I'm going to go with Buddy being a 6.5. He's going to be my low man on the scale. Buddy's going to be a 6.5. I'm going to go with Brody being a 7.8. I mean, the guy is just a monster. He's I think he's straight edge. He's a big hardcore guy. He's got a cool band. He's big. He's scary. Like if you saw that guy in the fucking alleyway, you would turn around and walk the other way. It's what you need in a professional wrestler. I like Brody. And then Malachi, I've been watching Tommy End do his stuff for a very long time. I'm a big fan. You remember when he was doing the NXT stuff and he had Code Orange doing the fucking anyway?
No, I like his. I liked his WWE stuff.
Malachi is a very entertaining guy. This House of Black stuff is highly entertaining, very entertaining stuff. I really enjoy it.
I like it because of Julia Hart.
The weakest link.
Julia Hart.
You like this faction because of the weakest link.
Julia Hart became the mouthpiece. If you paid attention, Julia Hart.
The weakest link of the faction is why you like the faction.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they Julia Hart's done great work.
Guys, we're looking for a new host.
Oh my God.
Guys, we're looking. I need to replace Rob. I can't believe I was dumb and I put Rob and Marcus Hate Wrestling Podcast. This was initially my podcast. I added Rob to it. And then Now it's the Rob and Markus podcast. I have to quit this podcast now. I have to quit because
All right.
I'm working with a fucking idiot. Are you
right.
serious?
No. What I'm saying is
weakest link.
First of all, I will rate them.
I like Julia. She's cool. She's growing on
They've
me,
done great work
but
with her.
it's taken time. And she is obviously the weakest link of that group.
Yes,
and for you to say that you like this group because of the weakest link, goodbye.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, you brought out some comedy then.
Rob, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Son of a bitch.
Oh my God. Here's what I'll say about that.
We're about to be shooting.
Malachi Black is a 9 out of 10 performer. 8.5 at 5.
You don't
8.5.
become an 8.5/9 without having some amazing mic skills.
His
promos, baby.
His promos are that his promos aren't charismatic.
It's say 11. Oh,
too dark.
You fucked up. You fucked up, XRP.
Oh, attractiveness.
Talk about jerking off here.
Julia Hart. No. Julia Hart is a
beautiful woman.
Julia Hart is a 7 out of 10. And I'll tell you why. She's still doing the very cute girl next door thing, but goth cute girl next door, it's growing on me.
You know what I want to see her do?
Yeah.
I want to see her do like a horror film where she's like the babysitter, but also the serial killer.
You know what I would like to see for her?
That would be sick.
What I would like to see for her is this.
Nice, I'm a goth, kind of like trying to be a goth girl.
Hold on.
She ends up being the serial killer.
This is what I would like to see for her.
That'd be a sick movie.
She's too cute. She's too fucking cute, Julia Hart.
A witch.
Right, with the eye, no.
She's supposed to be a witch.
She should come out with no makeup on. She should come out with no makeup on, black ring gear, black hair, and just make her look a little bit more natural look to her face. Have her come out and be a little bit more hardcore because she's still babyface cute, but doing goth, and it's weird. It's weird. It's
the blonde hair with the black clothes makes her.
No. But I'd like to see because she was carrying over from the Varsity Blondes.
Yeah, she used to be a cheerleader, and then she found the cure.
Yep.
That's what happens.
All I can tell you is there's nobody hard.
Hold on.
Then... This is what I can tell you.
Oh, God, here we go again.
This is the hottest woman in AEW.
Jesus Christ.
No, I was going to pull up a picture of Jade Cargill because Jade Cargill is forever spank material.
Giving me an aneurysm.
Come on, she can do whatever she wants to me. I would not say no. I would just whatever she wants.
artofdeeds@gmail.com. Please put in an application for co-hosts.
No. Here's what. Hold on, XRP. Hold on, XRP. There's something I will say. Seriously, and I've been tongue-in-cheek joking, but Malachi obviously is the best in that group. I liked what Julia Hart did as a mouthpiece for the group, but Malachi best. I like Buddy. I think Buddy Matthews is highly underrated. His ability in ring, he's got some mic skills. He's a solid 7 out of 10 performer. They haven't done enough with him. Also, you know what would be a good fit for that group? Preston Vance. I could see as part of that group because that would have been interesting to see him in a group because of his dark nature, the way he left. But no, I like him. I like Brody. I'm not counting Julia Hart as one of those three because she's there to just be a mouthpiece. But for me, it's Malachi, Buddy, Brody. The only thing I don't like about Buddy Matthews is his name doesn't match his persona. His name is.
Did you say Malachi's best, then Buddy, then Brody?
Yeah, I don't care for Brody. And the reason why is because I don't care for Brody because past his big size, I don't see a lot of great set lists coming out of him as far as moves. I don't see the same flexibility that I see out of Buddy Matthews. Brody,
I quit.
I just don't care for. I personally don't. Malachi is the most flexible, has the most quick moves, and usually what ends up happening is they end up usually jobbing out Brody. A lot of times he gets taken out at the knees. He gets chop blocked. He's there to just be the Zangief of the group. And I don't know. Now, do they deserve to be the trios champion for a very long time? Absolutely. Eventually, they got to be beaten by somebody. I don't think the Acclaimed should ever beat them because they're not as good by far. I don't know what tag team group other than the Elite has the ability to beat them. I don't know. unless you were to bring back the tree
Penta and Murda and Tupac
Pac.
and
Yes, they're the only ones that have the technical ability to do it. Or and this would have to be, the planets would have to align. They'd have to be completely healthy, no screwing around. It would be a miracle win. Top Flight and AR Fox, and it would be miracle scenario.
No, you know who I think should do it?
Who?
All 3 members of Aussie Open. Now that you have Aussie Open, you can have Osprey and Aussie Open. What is that?
Inland
called?
Empire.
Yes. They win it, and then they.
And actually, the Inland Empire has more than those 3 guys.
I know they have more members, but I think Aussie Open and Will Osprey.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about something.
Sure. How's the mullet looking these days?
It's not bad.
I need to trim the top a little bit.
Oh, you're looking good. I was watching Raw, and I tried to Google a picture of this.
Sure.
Is Hikuleo going to Raw? Hikuleo is in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was in the Bullet Club.
Was he the big one?
Yeah. And I swear, and I have to watch Raw at the beginning. They showed a tall guy, black hair, tan skin, with red highlights in his hair, like carrot top highlights. And I think it was Hikuleo, because remember, a long time ago they used to have LA Knight in the front seat at Raw shows, and they would show you LA Knight back when he was Eli Drake, and they would put the camera on him, and they did the same thing for EC3. That was different though. They cut the promo with EC3 and they said, "Hey, you're in the audience. You're going to be joining us here." But I think Hikuleo is going to Raw soon, or at least to obviously NXT.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd like to see Gorillas of Destiny. I'd like to see them in another company other than New Japan.
Yeah, I mean, they were good when
I wouldn't say WWE because I feel like they'd be wasted, and I wouldn't say AEW.
Ring of Honor.
I feel like there's so many of them.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I think
That's a good vehicle for them.
Maybe
they were already in, and they were already in Impact Wrestling.
Listen, this is a special message for Tony Khan, and this is only for Tony Khan. So if you're Tony Khan, don't listen to that. If you're not Tony Khan, don't listen to this. This is a message from Marcus Dietz. This is Marcus Dietz speaking to Tony Khan. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Tony, buddy, pal. Start a third promotion or fire half your roster. I would never. I don't like the idea of wrestlers not having jobs, so I don't really like that option. But you have too many people. There's too many people. There's too much going on. There's not enough just everything. There's too much going on. There's just too much. Okay, so maybe I don't know how we could fix this issue. Maybe let some contracts expire or something, because we got too much going on.
You, Marcus? Marcus, I'm not.
Too many people, and
You're
I
right.
hate it because
they're talented
I want
people
to have jobs.
There's a lot of talented people.
There's not, you know what I mean? People should have jobs.
He's got enough talent for 3 rosters.
Exactly, and there's just not enough space. So Tony, you got to figure it out, bud.
Now, this is why I don't like Collision. What I would
also hire me.
Yeah.
I can help you figure some
what
of this
I
stuff
would
out.
rather see instead of Collision. What I would rather see, because here's what they're going to say now. You know what they're going to say? They're going to say WWE has 5 hours of programming, and they have X amount of viewers, and we have 5 hours of programming, and we have X amount of viewers. No, what you have are 3 shows, 2 hours, 1 hour, and 2 hours. You're taking all the guys that you have no time for, and you're throwing them on Collision. You're going to put Miro on Collision. You're going to put Thunder Rosa on Collision. It's going to be, what are you going to do? Put Paul White? And I'm not, he's not Big Show. He's just Paul White. You're going to put Paul White, who can't do a commentary to save his life. You're going to,
I think
they don't need Collision.
It sucks because
you got to make
so
Rampage
many
2
wrestlers
hours.
And so many people need jobs, and I hate when people don't have jobs.
Rampage needs to be 2 hours. Dynamite is as good as this, and then you need to consolidate.
You have too many wrestlers on the roster, Tony.
Because you're not using them. You're not using the people you have. You know, you've got Ryan Nemitz. Ryan Nemitz is the brother of Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's brother has.
That is Dolph Ziggler's brother?
Yes, it is. Ryan Nemitz is Dolph Ziggler's brother.
Is he doing the? Do you watch the Being the Elite ever?
I have.
Is he the one doing the gimmick? Does he do the gimmick about walking strange or what? He's a male model.
Yeah, but
he's doing. Is that the guy that we're talking about?
I think so.
We just got to do something with this roster size, man. There's too many wrestlers.
You said it best. Contracts need to run their course. There was a lot, but by the way, they fired people.
I don't like it because I don't.
They
like
fired people, but wait, they fired people who were over. In other words, when they fired Rebel and they didn't renew her contract, I liked Rebel showing up every week and just nodding.
Sometimes you gotta let somebody go.
I didn't mind having Marcos. Marcos Stunt was great. Babyface is fine. Any that was fine. But then you hired a lot of other tertiary people like Sky Blue.
There's a lot of D-listers.
Yes, it is. You know what? Look, what Marcus brings to the table in any scenario is he has an intimate knowledge of Vegas locals. Now, by the way, we got to wrap it up. So unfortunately, I have to dip. And also tonight at Chonkla's on East Fremont. I want to say East Fremont and 11th Avenue or 11th Street.
3 streets away from where I live.
Right. Is going to be a big comedy show tonight in honor of the 1-year anniversary of a famous, big local talent, Lex Las Vegas, who hosts Chonkla's. They now call it the, I think the Jalapeno Hour or some shit, but it's Chonkla's. And it's going to be a great show. They're going to roast the host, Lex Las Vegas. I'm going to try to make my way over there. You might get to see Donald Trump show up and roast Lex Las Vegas in suit and tie.
This is why you had to cut out early?
No, I have another business.
You got to chauffeur Donald Trump over to the thing to roast the guy and then do all that. You're his personal chauffeur. It's gonna be
a very great show, and we're gonna do a big roast of Lex Las Vegas at Chonkla's. Hey, that's what they make the Mexican food.
This is giving me irritable bowel syndrome.
I've had that all weekend. Who is you asking if we follow NWA? Is Maya Cardona the champion or is it Tyrus?
Tyrus.
Okay. Here's what I want to say. I want to ask you a question, Marcus. Being that you're very in tune with the local wrestling scene,
sure.
Because easy there, champ. Because there is AEW here this weekend, and because it's Night of Champions on Saturday, there's a lot of local promotions.
There's like 9 local shows happening
this week. Do you know of any of them? Is there anybody you want to put over?
That I want to. Fuck, that's rude.
Is that rude? I'm sorry. I thought that was a nice question.
No, it's not, because I don't want to put any of my competition over. But I will
maybe an individual wrestler.
I will put one promotion over. We had a referee. He was our main referee for our Cats Pro shows.
And by the way, I apologize. His
name's Ben Hall. Ben Hall is a professional wrestling referee, and he's putting on his first ever show here in town.
There you go. You say there you go.
So Ben Hall has a local show. There's going to be some sort of 21-man, I think, rumble, and then he has 6 matches booked. It's kind of a cool thing for his first show. So,
and I'll say it like this: and my attitude with asking you that question was that it's all a community, and if they go watch those local shows, they'll be more inclined to want to check your local show out. And I guarantee that your local show, his shows are great. Mm-hmm. The prices are fair. Usually you do about $20-$25 a ticket. Yeah. And it's a great show with great local talent. We've had wrestlers, or you have had wrestlers like Sandra Moon, mm-hmm. who's appeared, Cutthroat Cody, Crazy Bones, Funny Bones. Funny Bones, and I have his shirt in the back. Mm-hmm. It's great talent. And my attitude is, from your perspective, obviously you want to put you first, but some of these people, some of these talent, they go throughout all of these promotions and make appearances. And just this weekend, Google it, find out.
Crazy. Las Vegas is going to have a bunch of shows.
Go check them out.
There's like 9 shows happening tonight.
Be a supporter of local wrestling.
Yeah.
Because also think about it, you might get an opportunity to see one of these wrestlers before they get brought up to the big leagues of AEW or WWE.
And a lot of them have different deals to where if you buy a ticket to one, you'll get a discount to another. So check those out. you know,
Networking.
Just Google it.
Networking.
And figure it out, because I'm not going to put anybody over.
Mark, I say Mark again. I don't know why I did that. It's fair.
What?
It's fair. I can understand that, but
I'm not putting nobody over. Ain't nobody paying my bills.
Well, actually, if you would eat out the sloppy ass
of Brock
Lesnar,
Brock, answer the email. I already sent
Paul
it.
Heyman.
All right.
We'll cut you a check.
Can we cut this off? It's an hour 40. You said you want to keep this an hour.
All right. Well, we're talking about you slurping on Brock Lesnar's shitty asshole.
I know how much you want to talk about that.
All right.
So much.
No, but I wanted to leave on a high note and give an opportunity to promote local talent. We will be back.
Check out Ben Hall's show. He has a show.
Do we have a name on that or no?
I forget the name of it. Shit. Go look it over there real quick.
All right. Let me go over there. Gotta take down my picture of.
Yeah. Take down Jade.
Ben Hall, Las Vegas Wrestling. Referee Ben Hall. Twitter account. Let me see. Not now. Blackjack Rumble.
Grab that top picture.
Saturday, May 27th. Yeah, hold on. Open link in
YouTube. First promoted event.
Ooh, that's a good picture. You know what?
Look at that.
That's a beautiful picture. And he's got a QR code.
There we go. There's a QR code right there. Saturday, May 27th.
Do we recognize any of the talent?
Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick.
Point out a couple of the guys here.
Bodie, Young Prodigy over there. We got G Sharp.
Who's that? Boo Boo.
That's Chris Nasty. There's Kid Isaac right under him.
Oh, Kid Isaac. Okay.
Yeah.
What we got here?
Let me try to think of names here.
He kind of looks like a young Jericho mixed with.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. There's going to be a 21-man battle royal, and then he's got 6 or 7 matches.
Yeah, who's the dollar store fucking Dollar Tree homicide?
Brady, something Brady. I can't remember his name right now. Super Beast is up there in the top with the mask that's cut off. His head's cut off a little bit. Who else can I think of?
FSW Arena.
Yeah, it's at FSW Arena. I will never put them over, so that's kind of why I didn't want to talk about this. But, you know, check out Ben Hall's thing, man. Ben Hall's putting on a show. He's a good guy. He's an upstanding
No, but you know what? I want to be able to. I want to be able to go. Hey, look, you know, you attended these local shows, and these people will come attend your local show.
Nothing wrong with checking out local talent. Like
we need them to all. We need them to all do well.
You get an opportunity to find out who your favorite wrestler is before they become big.
And you know, some of them are, you know, they've reached their pinnacle, unfortunately, in the local scene, but they're still great. I mean. I always give a shout out to Cutthroat Cody. Quick,
he's a good guy.
A funny story about him. I went to Crumble Cookies on Maryland Parkway and I ran into him, and I'm just staring at him because I know the face, but you know I fucking can't sleep for shit. My memory's garbage some days, and we're just staring at each other because who's this weirdo staring at him? And he goes, "Wait a minute, I know you. You're from Markus." He said, Kraken, and I was like, "Yes," and then we had a cool conversation.
Yeah.
And he wants to train my buddy Dier. And Deer's right now in the process of building a 71 Nova, and he's not going to do anything until that car is finished.
Can we please cut off the podcast?
All right.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.